Just a little bit this way.
Yeah, before you take the flight, I'll come back the other way.
Come back. A little more.
Archaeology is definitely not like it is in the movies. We go out, we're traversing sometime for several miles a day, putting in just a few shovel tests, but a lot of days it's just tedious survey out in the woods. Those artifacts come in, they've got to be washed, they got to be tagged, they got to be bagged. But it's enjoyable work, what we're doing, better understanding what went on here on the Savannah River Site. We know pretty much every corner of it, who owned it, who was out here. For nearly 13,000 years, we know what was going on in this 300 square miles. The Savannah River Archaeological Research Program has a threefold mission which complies with the contractual obligations for the Department of Energy. Number one is our compliance. And what we do here on site is we protect and manage the nearly 13,000 years worth of history here on site. Over the last 45 years or so, we've accumulated nearly 2,000 archaeological sites here on the SRS. Number two is research. And our research does dovetail with the cultural resources here on site. It better helps us to understand what we're managing here on site, and also helps us to better protect what we're managing here on site. And finally, our third mission is outreach, public education. We have a couple buildings here on the Savannah River Site. One of our buildings is in the center of the Forest Service compound. This is where the majority of the staff is located. Our second facility is 315M Curation facility. That's where our large collection of artifacts that we've excavated and discovered over the years is housed.
So here at the Savannah River Site Curation facility, I manage the SRARP Archaeological Curation room. This room is 3,600 square feet. In it, we have a little over 2.5 to 3 million artifacts from the various surveys and excavations that we've done on site since 1978. Our artifacts, we go back 12,000 years ago when you had Native Americans, all the way up to your historic farm sites to 1950 when the site came. We have a lot of really great Native American pottery from the Archaic, Mississippian, and Woodland periods. We have a lot of great lithic points, so what you would commonly refer to as an arrowhead, even other lithic tools like scrapers that they would make from stone as well. That's some of our main prehistoric artifacts that we find on site. So we also have quite a few historic artifacts. So European Americans began to settle in this area in the 1700s. So we do have a lot of china, a lot of stoneware. We have buttons. We have metal objects like buckles and spoons, pipe stems and pipe bowls. When you get into the 1800s and into the 1900s, you start seeing more farm implements as they've settled and they've built communities in this area. You get shoe leather pieces. We actually do have intact shoe soles and leather sides from shoes with the little metal eyelets that I know are some particular favorites in our office. See a lot of glassware, a lot of nails, a lot of hardware for stabling and for just general house hardware, hinges, that sort of thing. So my job is incredibly fulfilling and I love it. I love holding something that someone from thousands of years ago made and trying to understand that person and their regular day-to-day life is very exciting.
I've been here on site for 30 years. One of the biggest things that I've enjoyed over the year is meeting the former residents, to hear their stories of growing up here, how important it is for them to know that their history out here is protected. So we do a lot of outreach via different venues, but with COVID, we really had to kind of stretch and come up with a new way of doing things. So we began in-house creating short film documentaries on local history. And we also created an artifact series where we, about once a month, discuss an artifact in our collection, discuss its history, discuss its importance, discuss how we found it. Reaching out in that aspect has really been something new for us and something we've been enjoying doing.
There's a soot trapped in the corner here.
And where, when, and how the bottle was made.
If someone here on site finds an artifact, the best thing to do is to leave it where it is, contact us because it is federal property, and just contact us so we can best decide how to handle it.